flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Jacksonville. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's
Go now, 30 base.
Heavy on the edges. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
6-6,
2nd and 5 now. Minshew, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to wind up.
We ain't giving him nothing to do. Chopper, chopper.
50 seconds to Mike.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Thompson. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, check. What's the
Hey, 5-7.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Out of the gun is Minshew. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Protein spill.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run. Robinson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on 3rd. On 4th down, Minshew got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver there to make the grab. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
The score, Jaguars 7, Bengals 0.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Bengals first down.
Burrow will throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. To the air again, Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jaguars.
And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Now Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Bengals nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Carter now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
A gain of 10. First down, Bengals.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
13. Bengals nothing.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Mixon again.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They run for it with Mixon. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Joe Mixon.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Minshew throwing on third down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The 32-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
On the play. And it brings up third down.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch it. Check 50. Check 50. Spot. Kill.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
It's
Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down.
Cincinnati.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Bengals.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Going deep for Eifert. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up second.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That ties the game.
Bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score all tied.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Minshew. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Check safety.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Smooth.
51, Mike 51.
Minshew sets to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the run, it's Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
51 for Mike, boys, 51. Here we go.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The ball carry.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
11-yard line.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sam Hubbard just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here we go with Burrow. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines. But then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Now one final throw incomplete. And time will run out here in the 4th quarter, and we are going to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's Carter now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 43.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Mike 51, Mike 51. They can't hang with us.
Here's Minshew. Flushed out right. And down he goes.
yard.
They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sam Hubbard able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And finding Keelan Cole. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Minshew, 1st and 10. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some
rotation. Go on in rotation.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't get this to the 20-yard. Line as he's down at the 19.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. On the option, a handoff to Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Check, 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 check.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
The 20-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks' 48-yard line.
2nd and 11. Here's Brady. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
At their own
that is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That's the end of
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's nothing.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Get the ball. One left. Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's the game.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Good.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On 1st down, Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A gain of 4.
They run for it with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.